Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Monday. And happy Monday, right? How's it going? Did you have a good weekend? Seeing a little bit more normalcy. Getting back closer to normal, I guess, with, the recent announcement of some guidelines being lifted, I guess is the best way to put that, for certain businesses, which is, like gyms, restaurants, bars, not dance clubs, but and other anyway, there's a list. I don't know them all, but we're getting there, I guess. We're getting closer to that light at the end of the tunnel. It's been a really long tunnel, but we're getting there, right? So stay positive, everybody. And, just keep social distancing, I think, is still fair to say, and keep wearing the mask if you think that's going to work for you. And at the end of the day, we're all going to get there eventually, right? So, yeah, happy Monday. I hope you had a good weekend. Weather is certainly changing this time of year. It's coming. Christmas is coming. Am I allowed to say that yet? Stop throwing stuff at me. I love Christmas. I look forward to, especially this year. It's going to look a lot different and for the better, I think, compared to the last two Christmases, right? So, looking forward to that, getting with family, etc., and being able to gather a little more than we've been able to, right? So that's a good positive thing. Yeah. So hope you got out and enjoyed the weekend. Halloween coming up, of course. And gonna talk about that. There's some cool events coming up for Halloween. Are you still a trick-or-treater? Even you big kids? You big kids still trick-or-treating? Come on. Why not? I haven't dressed up in a couple of years, but I think I might this year. Jennifer talked about it too, so we'll see what happens there. But some really cool community events that we'll be talking about. And it's Halloween's still going to be interesting, right? Some people are doing it, some are not. We'll see how that goes. But I think overall it should still be a pretty good Halloween, right? Of course, I always want to go out and say hello to my sponsors. Thank you to my sponsors who come around and, help keep the show going, quite honestly. Sarnia Lambton Apprentice, Apprenticeship Job Match Network. And you can check them out online to find what they're all about. And Hughes Intelligence Security Specialists here. Been sponsoring and supporting not just the show, but our Sarnia Sting broadcast for several years now. Thank you so much to Barry Bentley and his team for that. Joe's Discount Tire. You're going to need those snow tires, so go check out Joe's Discount Tire and tell them David sent you. And our friends at Huron Signs SWO, or AG Event Group of Companies, right from the start, 10 years, been supporting here on the show and supporting our Sarnia Sting broadcast as well. And Tourism Sarnia Lambton, also known as Ontario's Blue Coast for Lambton County, has come on board to give us support here on the show as well. So thank you to all of our supporters. And if you would take the time to visit them all online to see what they're all about, and maybe let them know that you heard about it here on the show, that'll help me out, right? Okay, I'm being selfish now. It's good to have the support, and I appreciate all of you giving your support here as well. Speaking of support, boy, the Sarnia Sting needs some support. They're off to a rough start here. Of course, this recent week, Friday. Am I having trouble talking today? What's going on, David? This past Friday down at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena, coming up short just again. They worked really hard, but they started out a little bit too late on working hard. They had some power play opportunities that they weren't able to take advantage of, and final score there against the Guelph Storm, 2-1. Now, I'm not the only one that's feeling this and thinking this. We're talking about power plays and earning the win. Coach Alan Letang joined us after the loss to the Guelph Storm, and one of the things I really like about Coach Letang, he is straightforward and honest. He doesn't make it sound nice if it's not, and he's got high expectations for the team. And, well, we're going to let him explain it to you. Here's a piece from the post-game press conference that we had. Take a look at this. Listen carefully, Sting fans, and then I'll be back to share some more with you.
Hey, Alan. Just first question, Josh here from CHOK. What were your thoughts on tonight's game overall?
Disappointing that we started a little bit late. We didn't raise our game or our compete until probably after the first period, and then it hurts when you're kind of clawing from behind all the time. Obviously the penalties hurt because it takes you out of your rhythm, and now you tax, some of our D, we tax some of our forwards, and it takes some of our other guys out of the game, so you can't play your 4 lines, and some guys get tired. And then when you get a little bit tired, you start to make tired mistakes, and then it sums up. And then we have a push in the third, like we pretty much do every game, because we get a little bit desperate. And when you don't get desperate from the start, then these are the results. You don't deserve to win because you're not desperate enough from the start of the game.
And how about Ensign Thornton tonight? He kept you guys in the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's been, we knew coming in they were our strength of our team, but you know what, it gets to a point where they can't be the first star every night for us to be a successful hockey team. We need to play in front of them. We need to compete in front of them. We need to stop turning pucks over, right? We need to have some confidence to make plays, but make the smart play when it's there, and right. So we start to tax our goalies, and then it just snowballs. It snowballs from there. We've got to find ways to sustain pressure, and that's by starting on time and protecting pucks down low. We had a game plan that we executed for maybe like 35 minutes of the game. And we had some good pressure and some good results. We drew some power plays, and then you get on the power play, and we said special teams were going to be the difference in this game, and they were, right? They got a power play goal, we couldn't. So you put your best players on the ice to go out and execute the power play, and whether they're taxed from the 5-on-5 or from killing, then we don't have the jam or that killer instinct to go tie the game up on the power play.
Sticking with the power play, I thought you had some good chances later in the game. I thought it got better as the game went on. Your thoughts on the power play? It
was terrible, to be honest with you. Like I said, we set out routes, and we set out stuff, and then when the pressure's on, or when we have that situation, maybe we go off on our own page a little bit, and maybe that's because we're tired, right? Your brain is the first thing that goes when you get tired, and when you get into those penalty troubles, and we were playing with 3D for a little while, and we're taxing some of our guys that potentially maybe go out on the power play fresh, and we can't execute. We pass up shots on the power play. You can't pass up shots. We talked about it. You make 3 good passes because they pressure hard. You need a payoff shot, and we make 3 good passes, and then we look for a 4th. We're not a fancy team, so we need to be a more urgent and more desperate and more meat and potatoes team.
I know you never make excuses. How difficult is it only playing, say, 1 game this weekend, 2 the previous weekends? You got a young team. You got a team that a lot of them haven't played in this league at all. How difficult is it for them and for you guys as a coaching staff to not have games to be able to put them into and kind of season them that way, and it's kind of all practice?
I think when you think about it that way, it seemed like a long week with all the practices. I thought after our last weekend we needed a couple of those days for the practice, right, just to refine some stuff. We actually worked on the power play every day, and in practice it clicked very well, and then you get into a game, and I don't know why it changes. It just, like I said, we overpass, or we pass up a shot because maybe they don't have the confidence that it's their shot. Like, we have to have that more, not a selfish mentality, but you're all out there because when you get the opportunity to shoot it, you got to shoot it, right? So I thought we needed the practices. Games definitely help because the intensity out there is probably 5 times more intense than our practice, and it is good for our young guys to see that. So you'd like to play a few extra games so you have more footage and you have more stuff, but we have to learn to be ready. We prepare all week for that game. We have to be ready to go execute it right from the drop of the puck, right? Like, you can't wait and say, it's almost like, well, let's see how tough this game's going to be tonight, and how much do I have to give? Can I get by with like a 70% effort? Can I get by with an 80% effort? No, we're a team that we need all guys on board right from the start, from our best players, our vets, right down to our young guys doing all the little things. And it could just be something as simple as winning a face-off, blocking a shot, right, getting a puck out at the blue line, or crashing the net and causing some disturbances or something out there. We need the mindset that I can change the game with one little play. Doesn't matter when it happens, but it'll happen.
All right, Coach Alan Letang from the Sarnia Sting giving us honest thoughts there on what the Sarnia Sting need to do and what they didn't do and what they're going to have to do if they want to start coming out with some more wins on the scoreboard. Sarnia Sting on the road for a couple of weeks, and then they'll be back on November the 5th. And, of course, we'll be live from the concourse. Hope you'll come by and watch the hockey game live in person if you can. If not, then we'll be giving you the live updates live from the concourse, and of course always the post-game press conference with the Sarnia Sting. Thanks to Coach Alan Letang for his time after last Friday's game. All right, well, Halloween, ooh, it's scary. Are you scared of Halloween? You shouldn't be scared of Halloween, but we're going to have some fun with Halloween, especially the Sarnia Street Cruisers. They're going to have a good time. It's the Trunk or Treat with the Sarnia Street Cruisers, and my friend Kris Faubert, who it was the leading force behind this with the Sarnia Street Cruisers to get it out and down to Canatara Park for Halloween on Saturday, October the 30th, and she took some time out of her day to talk to us about what to expect. Let's go take a look at that interview, and then I'll be back. Well, who doesn't like cool cars, and who doesn't like Halloween? I mean, you know, it can be scary, but it can be a lot of fun too, and it can be a great way to give back in the community. I was talking about the Sarnia Street Cruisers. Our friend Kris Faubert is here joining us. Thanks for being here, Kris.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. This is you kind of are the forefront of pushing this Trunk or Treat out into the community on behalf of the Sarnia Street Cruisers. Tell me how this came about.
Someone had mentioned in the group that they do trunk or treats, and I love Halloween and we love giving back to the community. So we thought we would put on an event and do a trunk or treat for the kids for Halloween. And it's kind of taken off. So this is going to be a really big event for us.
It really has taken off. Like you reached out into the community asking for some support and for people to donate candy, but people are donating candy and just giving money to say, go buy some candy.
Oh, yeah. And I've done a lot of shopping. We've received a lot of sponsors, yourself included, which we are so grateful for. And I've done a lot of shopping with a lot of this money, and we have a huge amount of candy for this.
Yeah. And have you been getting any feedback from people, like as far as, oh, yes, we'll be there, like they're planning on coming?
Yeah, we actually have a good amount of people that are coming. We also have some Star Wars characters coming, so there'll be photo ops for that. We have quite a few of our car club coming. Anybody that's put their car away will just be bringing their daily drives. But I think we've got a lot of us going to be there, so it's going to be really big and really fun.
Yeah. And are you bringing your Trans Am?
I am, and dressing up, and I love Halloween. It's like my favorite holiday, so this is a great event. Yeah. Yeah,
so you're going to get dressed up. Some of the drivers are going to get dressed up as well. Is that right?
Yeah, some of the drivers are getting dressed up, and they're decorating their trunks, and we have enough candy to replenish if we start running out. So we're really hoping we get a lot of kids down there.
Nice. Now, what part is this? Is going to be at Canatara Park? So where exactly are you going to be?
It'll be in the middle section where we usually have our Thursday night park nights. We're going to be in the middle section, and we'll be parked along there.
Right. Oh, like in the parking lot section.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. And like, how many cars like are you planning on? Like, if I come down there and go, oh, there's going to be some cool cars. How many of those are we going to see?
I'm hoping that we get at least 50 of us down there with our cars.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. There will be some daily drives again for people that have put their cars away already, but I'm hoping that we get at least 50 out there.
Yeah, I haven't put mine away just yet.
No, you.
I'm just like really close.
really close. But we're going to get to a few more nice days, so we can still cruise for a bit.
For sure. You've been a part of the Sarnia Street Cruisers for about how long now?
I joined it last year.
Okay, all right. And what besides the cool car thing, what was it about joining the Sarnia Street Cruisers that made you want to do that?
Well, the cool cars for one. It's an awesome group full of great people, and every time we do an event, we always make sure that we start or stop at a place that we can support the community. So we will, stop at a coffee shop and support the coffee shop, or we go to like the car dealers and do events there. We always end up supporting some part of the community and giving money to them when we stop, in the way of, purchasing food and and whatever. It's a great group of people, and we all have a love of cars, and it's an awesome thing to be part of.
It's a real social thing too, right? And you know, the networking, but making new friends. You're someone that I've learned you really love to volunteer and be involved in the community. So I'm guessing that was a big part of it for you, being a part of the Sarnia Street Cruisers.
I love volunteering. I love giving back, and this group gives back all the time. So it is a great thing to be part of.
Yeah. Now, after this is over, what happens with the Sarnia Street Cruisers during the winter? They keep doing anything to sort of keep the name out there?
Well, if there's no salt on the roads, we will still be out and about doing random cruises and such. For the most part, I know a lot of people put their cars away, and usually we start getting back out there in around March once the roads are clear, because we don't put our cars on the road in the salt. So
yeah, no, right. I got you for sure.
Yeah.
But hey, we can always do our we call it the daily driver, right? We can go for hot chocolate still, and
go for hot chocolate or eat for breakfast, or
yeah. Is this the first time that you've done the trunk or treat?
Never have I done a trunk or treat before. Yeah. I think this is the first time the group has done it. And it has really, really taken off. One of the guys Pat, one of the guys that runs it, actually said he was in an office today and people were talking about it. So it has been shared multiple times, and I'm really, really hoping that a lot of people come out for this.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that obviously. Well, interesting timing. I know you probably couldn't predict this, but the government's kind of lifting some of the guidelines. But I'm sure that was a factor of thought in organizing this to make sure that everybody was going to be safe.
Well, yeah, and the kids have really been, with the pandemic, the past couple of Halloweens, a lot of people aren't giving out candy. And it's nice to be able to have one place that the parents can bring their kids there. They can see the cars, they can see the costumes, they get pictures taken with the Star Wars guys, and get candy all in one shot.
Right. Now, is this like a drive-by? Like you come by driving your car, you park and get out and walk around?
Yep, park and get out and walk around and go from car to car and get your candies out of the trunk and go get your picture taken with the Star Wars guy, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, kind of like an unofficial car show.
Yeah, unofficial. You can't do car shows.
That's awesome. Now, when you earlier, let's go back a little bit. Let's want to talk a little more about the Street Cruiser before you go. What other kinds of events do they do through this, like the driving season?
The driving season, we've done a lot of events at the car dealers.
Yeah.
We've parked there and done like a coffee, because we usually get together Sundays,
right?
And we'll do like a cars and coffee, and so we pick places to go and do that. We've gone out of town locally, and we'll stop at a business so that we can do lunch or something there. They do lots. Literally every place we go, we usually start at a business so that we can give them our business, and prop them up. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Great way to support local. And I know a lot of times there's like a fundraiser attached to it that I know like hospice has been supported and other local charities as well, right?
We're actually having a barbecue tomorrow, and we are doing donations for the hospice.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Kris, thank you so much. You did great. I know you were nervous, but you just did great. And I know the guys pushed this all on you. So boo them. We don't need them. You did a great job for the Sarnia Street Cruisers.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Anything else you want to add before I let you go?
No, I really, really hope a lot of people show up for this. It's going to be a great event, and there's lots of cars and lots of candy, and it's going to be fun. So I really hope a lot of the parents bring the kids out.
Yeah, sounds fun. I hope I can get there as well. Thanks again for being here.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
Sarnia Street Cruisers Trunk or Treat happening at Canatara Park on October the 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. Get out there and trunk or treat. Try not to scare Kris, okay? Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you to my friend Kris for taking time to talk to us about the Trunk or Treat, again, happening on October 30th at Canatara Park. Thanks so much, Kris, for all of that. We'll be posting all the information on our Facebook page again as well after the show. So you guys can get out there and go see some cool cars and take the kids and do some trick-or-treating as well, and maybe get some photo shots like Kris mentions. There's going to be some Star Wars characters, and I'm sure there'll be some other scary and even weird characters out there as well, even without the costumes. Just saying. All right, thank you to Sarnia Street Cruisers for giving back into the community and doing that. And Kris, again, thank you so much for your time. She said she was nervous about that. You did a fantastic job, Kris. Just saying. All right. And if you can't make it down there, I'm proud to say as well, I'm part of the 999th Legion for Child Rights. Myself and my 999th family will be down at the Sarnia Lambton Rebound parking lot on actual Halloween, October 31st. From 6 to 8 p.m. You can come by and do some trick-or-treating. And when you come by, you get yourself a ballot for a chance to win a basket full of prizes and some other swag as well. Again, this will be posted on the Facebook page after the show. So thanks to all of my guests. Really appreciate them for coming by. And if you haven't yet, do me a huge favor and just go on over to the showlive.live and sign up for my free mailing list. Got some cool things coming that way. Going to be sending out the mailing list about twice a month, so nothing too spammy or anything. And you'll get some cool behind-the-scenes stuff that you won't see here on the Show with David Burrows Facebook page as well. And, of course, just like everybody else, you can follow me along on Twitter and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get some more of the behind-the-scenes videos that you won't see here on Facebook. Okay, I'm done promoting and doing all that stuff. Thanks again to both my guests, and thanks to all of you, as always, for being here. I really do appreciate you. But that's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend. I will see you next time right here on the show. Bye-bye for now.